Hello, everyone. Welcome to A1 Tutor live class. And presently, we are going to be having mathematics. Okay, so today we are taking a new topic. Our previous class, we concluded the topic we are treating, which was inequality, and we've concluded that in our previous class. Today, we are taking a new topic. Okay, if peradventure you are not chance to join the live class for the topic inequality, you don't need to panic. Just visit our channel on YouTube and download the video, or probably watch the video online on YouTube to have the vast knowledge on inequality. Okay, and also you can do well to subscribe to the channel so you get notifications of our videos. All right. If peradventure you will not be chance of joining the class, probably because of your school schedule, do well to always follow us on YouTube so you have the details of the classes as we are uploading them. All classes that have been taken since the beginning of February, all of them are on our YouTube channel. So you can do well to visit the YouTube channel, search for A1 Tutor, and watch all those videos. Do not just watch, do well to like our video and comment. And if probably you have some questions, you can do well to drop your questions in the comment section, or you have suggestion for the company, do well to drop it in the comment section. All right, so let's start today's work. Today we are working on the topic arithmetic progression. Okay, now how do we relate arithmetic progression to our daily activities? Of course, everything that we have in mathematics has a background in real life examples, When we did inequality, we were able to explain the concept behind it using a picture that is related to real life example. And today again, we are going to explain the concept behind arithmetic progression. Okay. Now, let's assume that we have an occasion, and in Nigeria, we call occasions, we call it Owambe, right? Owambe, that is people go on Saturdays, enjoy their life for parties and the like, ceremonies and the like. And of course, it's not just going, of course, you are going to be filled with food. Now, let's assume we have some people attending the party, and this happened to be the first person. Okay, we have someone here standing. This person is number one. We have number two, number three, number four, number five, like that, up to the end. Okay, so they are all lined up. Okay, want to receive their food from the buffet being served by the chef, right? Now, what will happen if you observe? Probably you're a number. Let me say you are this person, this young man here. Let's say this is a seven. Then let's say this person is number eight. Okay, so this is you, okay, number eight. And you observe that the chef is serving, he served the first person two scoop of rice. So two scoop of rice for the first person. Okay, now for the second person, which is this young man, for the first person, he was served two scoop of rice. Now for the second person, who is this young man, the person was served four scoop of rice. Two scoop for the first person, four scoop for the second person. Now the third person, which is this young lady, she was served six scoops of rice. Now, what do you observe? You can see that there's a sequence in the serving process. The first person collected two, the next person collected four scoop of rice, and the next person collected six scoop of rice. Okay, that means the next person that follows will be collecting eight. So which means the chef that is serving them from the buffet is adding two more as it's getting to the next person. Are you getting it? Now he's adding two more as it's getting to the next person. So if you are the one and you find yourself probably number four, and you know that the more the serving is going on, the more they're adding to the scoop of rice. I'm very sure you don't want to stay where you are. You want to go to the back, because the farther you are, the more the scoop of rice you'll be receiving. So if number four receive eight scoop of rice, That means number 5 will be receiving 10, and number 7 will be receiving 12, and you, that is number 14, you that you are number 8, you'll be receiving 14 scoop of rice. Imagine 14 scoop of rice will be a lot of rice. You might not even be able to finish it, but of course it's not wasted. You can carry it to your house and take care of it later. So that is what we call sequence, and that is where the topic arithmetic progression originated from. The sequence is an orderly manner. The first person collected 2 scoops of rice, the next person 4 scoops of rice, the next person 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So if you keep having more people coming to the line to receive their food, we keep having plus 2 scoops of rice on their what? On their food. I getting that. So that is the concept behind sequence, which gives back to the topic arithmetic progression. From the word progression, so there will not be a decrease. Of course, there's going to be an increase. Okay, so arithmetic progression majorly deals with addition, and that is why you have the first person collected 2, the next person collected 2 plus 2, which is 4. The next person collected 4 plus 2. The next person collected, this is 6, and the next person collected 6 plus 2, which is 8. The next person collected 8 plus 2, which is what? 10. So it is an arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression. So this is the concept behind arithmetic progression. And also, if you can relate well to your primary school, you did something like this in your quantitative reasoning. When you begin an assignment, you said you have 2, 4, 6, then you have dash, dash, asking you to fill the next number. So with your little knowledge then, or with your vast knowledge as a primary student, you were still able to think of what could be the next number after 6. Of course, if this is 2, this is 4, that means 2 was added to 2 to get 4, and another 2 was added to 4 to get 6. So if that's the case, another 2 should be added to 6 to get 8, and another 2 should be added to 8 to get 10. You have done arithmetic progression, even right away from the primary school. So this is the concept of arithmetic progression. So we are going to take the formula, explain the formula, then go ahead to take some example on arithmetic progression. So this is the concept behind arithmetic progression. We use the scenario of going to a party, Owambe, and you are being served, and you discover that the first person collected 2 spoons of rice, the next person 4 spoons of rice. Oh, really? So they're adding 2 more to the rice as they are serving. So if that's the case, I will go to the back so I can have enough spoon of rice. And that is exactly what we'll talk about, arithmetic progression. Okay, so now let's proceed with the definition of some terms. We'll be defining what a sequence is and what a series is. There's a difference between a sequence and a series. So after that, we'll go ahead to discuss the main topic, which is arithmetic progression. We'll consider the 2 formula that we'll be using there to solve our questions. All right. So let's proceed to the terminologies to define some of the terms we'll be using. So we are discussing the topic arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression. Okay, so that's the topic. And also arithmetic progression is also known as the linear sequence. So take notes, it is called arithmetic progression or it is called the linear sequence. So I can also call it the linear sequence. The linear sequence. So don't be confused. If you see arithmetic progression and the linear sequence is still the same thing. It is arithmetic progression or the linear sequence. So now let's define what a sequence is. A sequence. What a sequence is. A sequence is an ordered list of number, is an ordered list of numbers. Okay, this is an ordered list of numbers, not alphabet but number, that follows that follows a specific pattern or rule, that follows a specific pattern or rule. So a sequence is an ordered, it has to be ordered, okay? It's an ordered list of numbers that follow a specific pattern or rule, a specific pattern or rule. Now, like the illustration we did earlier to explain the concept of arithmetic progression, we saw the first person, let's say first person, second person, third person, then the fourth person. So the first person collected 2 spoons of rice, the next person collected 4 spoons of rice, the third collected 6 spoons of rice, and this person collected 8 spoons of rice. Now it is all that because you can see that there's a ranking in them that is from the smallest to the what to the biggest. So what do you observe? You observe that there's a specific rule that follows these numbers. This first one was ordinary 2, but the next one was 2 plus 2, and this was 4 plus 2, and this was 6 plus 2, which implies that the rules that back it up is the addition of what? 2. The addition of what? 2 is the specific rule that back this particular sequence. The specific rule that back it up is the addition of what? 2. So that is why we define a sequence as the ordered, it has to be ordered list of numbers that follows a particular or a specific rule, that follows a specific rule. Okay, so that is sequence, which implies that if you are given this sequence, if I said we have the sequence to be 3, 6, and 9, if I'm asking you that what will be the next value, you should be able to know because you also have to study the sequence. We have 3, 6, and 9. So the next one should be 9 plus 3 because we've been adding 3, 3, 3 to each of the what? Of the terms. To each of the terms. So the next one will be 12 because 9 plus 3 is 12. 9 plus 3 is 12. Okay? So take note, that is the definition of sequence. Okay? Now this is referred to as the first term, which is represented as T1. This is the second term, which is T2. This is the third term, which is T3, and this is the fourth term, which is what? T4. So each of these are called term. Each of these numbers are called term, and they are always separated by a comma. We are always separated by a comma. So a sequence is always separated by a comma, and they are represented as each term, that is the first term, the second term, and the third term, and so on and so forth, up to the nth term, So that is the definition of sequence. That is the definition of sequence. I believe that is clear to us. If yes, you can give a thumbs up. We are moving on to what a series is. Define a series, and we are going to give an example of a series before we dive into the formula that will be used under arithmetic progression. Okay? If it is clear to us, please kindly thumbs up as we move on to the definition of series. The definition of series. Expecting your reactions. If this definition of sequence is clear to you, kindly thumbs up. We are moving on to the definition of series. Okay? Thanks for your response. So what is series? Let's define series. Permit me to wipe the board. Okay, what is a series? You want to check the meaning of a series. Series. So what is a series? A series is a sum, is the sum of the term, of a sequence, A series is the sum of the term of a sequence. In other words, It means adding up the sequence. It means adding up the what? The term in a sequence. So we have it as 2, 4, 6, let's say 8 now. A series is the sum of the term of a sequence. That is the addition of the terms in a what? In a sequence. And this is a sequence. When you have plus, plus, and plus, this is called a series. This is called a series. The addition or the sum of the term in a sequence is called series. The addition or the sum of a term of the terms in a sequence is called series. So what makes the difference is that a series always have plus in between it, while a sequence is separated by minus, by comma, is separated by comma. So this is a sequence. This is a sequence, and this is a series. This is what? A series. So you can see the difference. Sequence are separated with comma, while the series are separated with what? The addition sign. They are separated by the addition sign. So that's the difference between a series and a sequence. Now let's go ahead to write out the formulas that will be used in sequence and series. In sequence and series, or let me say that will be used under arithmetic progression. Permit me to wipe the board. So we have arithmetic progression now. Going to consider the formula. Arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression. So we have under arithmetic progression, we have the nth term of a sequence, the nth term of a sequence. So let's deal with that first. The nth term of a sequence, we have the nth term of a sequence or an arithmetic progression. The nth term of an arithmetic progression is given as what? Is given as Tn. Some textbooks use Tn, while some textbooks use Un. Okay, either of the two is allowed. So Tn will be equals to A plus, open the bracket, N minus 1, close bracket, D. Take note where A equals to the first term. A is called the first term, which is also the same as T1. The first term is T1, and also N equals to the number of term, and we have D to be equals to the common difference, that's the common difference between the term, the common difference. And take note, the common difference is probably going to be T2 minus T1. That's if you are using the first and the second term. Also, it is equivalent to T3 minus T2, also equivalent to T4 minus T3, and so on and so forth. So to get the common difference, we are going to take the differences between the second term and the what? The first term, or the third term and the second term, or the fourth term and the third term. That will give us the common difference. We have minus in between because we said common difference. So difference brings about the minus that we have in the formula. Difference being about that minus we have in the formula. So this is the nth term of an AP. We're going to take a question on it. The nth term of an AP. To explain the formula, we're going to take a question on that nth term of an AP. So let's consider a question on that. a question on the nth term of an AP. Example. So we are working on the nth term of an AP. What is the what? That's the question. What is the 23rd term? What is the 23rd term of the arithmetic progression? What is the 23rd term of the arithmetic progression? Arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression. -7, -3, 1. Then we have dot, 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 question mark. This dot, dot implies that we have continuations of the numbers. We have continuations of the number. So let's go ahead to solve this question. Using the nth term of an AP, we said the nth term of an AP is given as Tn equals to A plus, open a bracket, n minus 1, close bracket. Then we have D, where we said A is what? A is the first term. So if this is T1, first term, T2, second term, T3, the third term. So we are asked to find the 23rd term. A in this question is the first term, and the first term is what? -7. The first term is -7. So we have -7, and the next one, which is n. The number of terms we are asked to find is the 23rd term. So n will be equals to 23. The 23rd term is n equals to 23. And we have to get the common difference. D, which represent the common difference, is T2 minus T1. T2 is -3, minus in between, in brackets, T1 is -7. So we have -7, close the bracket. -7, close the brackets, which implies that we have -3. Minus times minus is going to give us plus. Then we have 7. -3 plus 7, -3 plus 7 will give us 4. -3 plus 7 will give us 4. I believe that is clear. If yes, please thumbs up. As we are proceeding with the solution, we are not yet done with the solution. We've just written out the parameters needed for this solution. Now let's substitute all of these values that we have here, that is A, N, and what? D, inside the formula. If the formula is Tn equals to A plus, open bracket, n minus 1, close bracket, D, that means n now is 23. N is 23. That's T23 equals to A. A is what? -7, plus, open brackets, n again is what? 23 minus 1, close the brackets. D is what? 4. The value of D is 4. So we have 4 outside here. Simplifying this, following the rule of BODMAS, the bracket first before the addition. -7 plus, in brackets, subtract 1 from 23, you have 22, close bracket, we still have 4 again. And that is going to be -7 plus, bracket means multiplication. Bracket means multiplication. So if I'm going to multiply 22 and 4 together, that's 22 times 4, that will be 88. That will be 88. So minus 7 plus 88, you are owing 7 naira, and in your pocket you have 88 naira, meaning that when you pay the 7 naira, you're still going to be having left in your pocket 81 naira. You're still going to have in your pocket 81 naira. So which implies that minus 7 plus 88 is 81. Minus 7 plus 88 is 81. You can arrange it this way by saying 88 should come first. Since 88 is positive, then minus 7. And your answer will be 81. Therefore, the 23rd term is what? Is 81. The 23rd term of this sequence, of this arithmetic progression, is 81. Okay? I believe that is clear to us. If this is clear to us, please kindly signify with a thumbs up as we are going to move on to the next. Kindly signify if this is clear to us. Signify with a thumbs up. Okay, now let's proceed. Let's proceed to the next question, and that will be using the second formula. Using the second formula. Before that, let's take a pause and again reintroduce the concept that we are using. We are working presently on the topic arithmetic progression, and for emphasis sake, we've already introduced the concept. We said we are working on arithmetic progression, and this concept of a party called Owambe is used to explain what arithmetic progression is all about. It has to do with an ordered sequence, So we have a chef here serving from the buffet, serving the guests their food, okay? So if this person happens to be number 1, this happens to be number 2, this happens to be number 3, number 4, and up to 7, then this person here should be number 8. Now, if the first person was served 2 spoons of rice, okay, 2 spoons of this rice, this spoon, he was served 2. The first person was served 2 spoons of rice, and the next person was served 4 spoons of rice, 4 spoons of rice. First person received 2 spoons of rice. The next person received 4 spoons of rice. What will the next person again receive? This lady will be receiving 6 spoons of rice. Okay? Because the chef is working with +2. So let's say the chef is called Mr. +2, or let's call him +2. So the chef name is +2. So as a serving is adding 2 to the number of what spoon of rice is given. If the first person collected 2, he added 2. So the next person collected 4. He's still adding another 2 to what we have initially. So the plate of this person, the quantity of rice here will be small, while this one will be bigger, and this will be more bigger, more bigger, more bigger, and it continues like this because the chef is adding +2, +2, +2 to the number, or to the number of spoon is serving to the initial person. So if the initial person collected 4 scoop of rice or 4 spoon of rice, the next person will be collecting 4 + 2, which is what? 6. 6 spoon of rice. So that is the concept behind arithmetic progression. From the word progression. Progression. So it has to do with an additional way of what? Numbers. An additional way of what? Numbers. So imagine now if I was supposed to be this person here, this young man here, because I know that the chef will be adding 2 spoons more to the initial spoon he has served. That means I'm not going to stay here. I'll move backward, probably move to number 10. So if it gets to me, I'm going to have a large quantity of food to be served. I'll be served a large quantity of food because if the last person before me, which is this man, if the last person before me collected 8 spoons of rice, that means I will be collecting 10 spoons of rice. Assumption. If the person before me collected 8 spoons of rice, I'll be collecting 10 spoons of rice because +2 will be added to it. I'll have +2 more spoon to eat. So that is the concept of what? Arithmetic progression. So, okay, for our people that are following us on YouTube, please, if you've not subscribed to our channel, do well to subscribe. Press the subscribe button. It doesn't bite. Just click on it, so you can get notifications of our videos. In case you're not chance to join the live class, that is not an issue. You don't need to panic. Just ensure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get updates as we're uploading the videos, and you can be watching also from the YouTube page, from the YouTube channel. You can as well download it on your phone and watch at your convenient time. Okay, please do well to click on the subscribe button, share and like, and also give your comments in the comment section. Now let's move on to the next one. The next formula under arithmetic progression is the sum of AP. We've discussed the nth term of an AP. Now we are moving to the sum of AP, to the sum of AP. So let's do that. The sum of AP, the sum of AP. So we are going to wipe the board. If you have not taken this down, you can do well to screenshot, and we'll proceed to the next. The sum of AP, we'll wipe the board so we can have that note on the board. The sum of AP, we've treated the nth term. Now we want to treat the sum of AP. AP here means arithmetic progression. The sum of an AP. The sum of an AP. So what is the sum of an AP? It is expressed mathematically as xn equals to n over 2, open the brackets, 2a plus, open the brackets, n minus 1, close the brackets, d, close the brackets. Now, each of these alphabets has their meaning, and you need to understand what each of them actually signify. N is the number of term, the number of what? Term. And A is the first term. We call it the first term, which is denoted by T1. And we have letter D, which is the common difference, the common difference, the common difference, which is calculated by T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2 or T4 minus T3. So you can decide to use any one of these three formulas to get your common difference. N is the numbers of term, A is the first term, which is denoted by T1, and D is the common difference. D is the common difference. Now let's take a question. To explain this, we are going to solve a question using the sum of an AP. Using the sum of an AP. We want to explain how we can solve question using the sum of an AP. Of course, the question is going to direct you to getting the sum of an AP. The question also can indicate that find the nth term of an AP. So you should be able to distinguish when you are to use the formula as the nth term of an AP or the sum of an AP. I believe that is clear. So in your question, you are going to look for something that's the keyword. When you see the keyword that has to do with sum of the first 12, sum of, so the word sum of would definitely direct you to the sum of an AP. So when you see the word sum of, be taking note of that. Sum of is talking about sum of an AP. Sum of an AP. And when you see the word, the nth term, probably the nth term, find the nth term, find the fifth term, the nth term. That n there can be any number. It can be the first, the second, the 50th term. So when you see the word like that, it means you are going to be using the nth term of an AP. The nth term of an AP, which was the first one we solved earlier, the nth term of an AP. is the first example we did. Now we want to do that of the what? The sum of an AP. So take note of these two keywords, sum of, that means you are going to be using sum of an AP formula. The 10th term, or probably the nth term of an AP, that means you're going to be using the nth term of an AP formula. Okay, so you should be able to distinguish the formula when you are solving question. Now let's take the next example, which will be example 2, to solve the sum of an AP. To solve the sum of an AP, permit me to wipe the board. So example 2, we have the question, find the sum, find the sum of the first term, find the sum of the first term, first 12th term of the AP or an AP 2, 5, 8, 11, dot, which means we have continuation. We have continuation of that number. So that's the question we have to find. Find the sum of the first 12th term. So take note, the sum. So when you see the word the sum, you should know which formula to use. Okay? So because of this word, the sum of the first 12th term, we'll be using the formula xn, which is the formula of sum, equals to n over 2, open bracket, 2a plus, open bracket, n minus 1, close bracket, d, close your bracket again. Now this is called the first term, T1. This is T2. This is T3. And this should be what? T4. So T1, T2, T3, T4. So now, what will be the first term? A. What should be the first term? I need your response in the chat box. You can kindly type it in the chat box. What will be the first term in this question? I said it earlier that your first term is A, and is also called the T1. It's also called the T1. So what will be the first term in this question? What will be the first term in this question? Kindly type your response in the chat box or in the comment section. What will be the first term in this question? What will be the first term in this question? Waiting for your response. What will be the first term in this question? If we have A to be equals to T1, and we said A represents the first term. A is the first term. So what is the first term in this question? Using this sequence, following this sequence, what is the first term? Waiting for your response. What is the first term in this sequence or in this progression? What is the first term? Okay, the first term is going to be 2. 2 is the first term. So that means A here represents what? 2. So A equals to 2, which is the first term. And the next alphabet is letter N. Letter N is the numbers of term. And in the question, we are asked to find the first 12th term, the first 12th term, which implies that N equals to 12. N equals to 12. And what else again? We have to get the value of D, and D is equals to T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2, anyone you like. So let me make use of T2 minus T1. Now in the question, T1 is 2, T2 is what? 5. So it implies that we have 5 minus 2, and that will give us 3. So the common difference, which is represented by letter D, is 3. The common difference is what? 3. So with all these parameters, that's A, N, and D, we are going to substitute it inside the formula. So we have X now. N is what? 12. So that's going to be X12 equals to 12 over 2. I'm trying to replicate that inside this formula, changing all of the alphabet to their exact value. So in bracket 2, in bracket A, always make use of brackets when you are trying to substitute a value in a formula. Make use of the bracket, okay? So A is what? 2. So A here will be 2. I'll close the bracket back, plus, open another bracket. N is what? N is 12. That's 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. Close the bracket. N is what? N is 12 minus 1. When you divide 12 by 2, you're going to have 6 in bracket. 2 times 2, 2 times 2 will give us 4, plus subtracting 1 from 12, that will give us 11, close bracket, 3, and close the what? The biggest bracket. That's 6 into the bracket, 4 plus multiplication. That is, your bracket is multiplication. 3 multiplied by 11, that is 33. Close the bracket. We have 6 in bracket. You have to first deal with the bracket because you have to follow the rule of Bodmas. So 4 plus 33, 4 plus 33 is 37. 37. So if bracket means multiplication, that means we have 6 multiplied by 37, which is going to give us 222. So the sum of the first 12th term of this AP is 222. The sum of the first 12th term of this AP is 222. I believe this is clear to us. If yes, please kindly signify with a thumbs up. As we're going to be proceeding, we'll be rounding up and we'll continue the next class with more questions on arithmetic progression. So if this is clear to us, please kindly signify. Kindly signify with a thumbs up. If this explanation for the sum of an AP, if it's clear to us, press a thumbs up. Kindly signify with a thumbs up. Okay, thanks for that. Now we are going to stop here for today and we're going to continue tomorrow by solving UTME questions on arithmetic progression. UTME question on arithmetic progression. Today we have been able to explain the concept of arithmetic progression using the scenario of Owambe. That's an occasion that we call in Nigeria Owambe, where you go to what? To marry and eat with what? Your friends and loved ones. Okay, so we've done that. We explained the concept. We define what a sequence is. We define what a series is, and we're able to distinguish between a sequence and a series. We went ahead to explain the formula of AP, which is the nth term of an AP. We said A represents the first term, and N is the numbers of term, and D is the common difference. And we also solved a question on the nth term of an AP, and also we went ahead to explain the formula, the second formula, which is the sum of an AP, the sum of an AP. And we also explained the formula by giving the meaning to each alphabet. And we're able also to pinpoint on how to identify which formula to use. We said when you have the word sum of, when you have this word in your question, it means you are going to use the formula SN, which is what? The sum of an AP. And when you have probably, let's say, the 10th, find the 10th term of an AP, that means you're going to be using what? The nth term of an AP, which is symbolized by TN, by TN. And we're able to solve those two, we're able to practice those two formula by using examples. So tomorrow, don't miss the class. We are going to focus on UTME questions. We're solving questions that has to do with arithmetic progression from the UTME question. So ensure you make yourself available. Ensure you make yourself available and tell your friends also to join you in this live session. All right. Don't forget, if you need a detailed video on the topic arithmetic progression, it is available on the A1 Tutor app. Check the A1 Tutor app under SS2 to be precise. Search for arithmetic progression and you are going to have the video, have access to the video. Okay, what about your friends that are unable to join the class today? Yes, I'm talking to them now. There's no need for them to panic. You can do well to tell them that A1 Tutor is on YouTube. Yes, you just have to search for the name A1 Tutor, written like this, A1, then you have what? Tutor, written like this, A1 Tutor. Okay, so when you search for that on YouTube, we are going to have the list of all the videos we've uploaded. So they can actually watch the class that was held in February. They can watch the class, it's still available there. So do well to tell them to subscribe. Very important. Click the subscription button and they will have updates of our videos. And you too, that you're also listening to me, do well to subscribe. If this is the first time that you are watching our video, for you to keep having updates of the classes, do well to subscribe on the YouTube channel and always like and share our video. Thanks for your time today. Tomorrow is another day we'll be meeting and make sure you're available. Stay online. The next class is coming up in few minutes time. We're going to have biology in the next few minutes time. So ensure you are online not to miss any part of this live section. Bye. See you in the next few minutes time.